welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of things. It's not only Pride Month, kind of sim. I mean, we're proud year round. It's not proud of my identity year round, and honestly, well, at least I'm not ashamed of being a gender freak year round. I tried a little much, but I am what I am, and that's year round. But so it's no longer June, which means at some point after the stream today, I'm shutting down the fundraiser that we did for Pride. So if you want to donate and help Trans Lifeline provide mini grants for name change and keep their hotline open, now's your chance. Dang it. I did the thing again. Okay. We'll have to swap this out. Well, maybe it'll help. Let's keep it here for now. Coolant. I forgot about the coolant and how I screwed that up. So, vis-a-vis all of that, let's do it. Okay. What's I gonna do? Then you're oh yes, we were doing is we are going to go to somewhere and to do something. That is a vague statement. No, we're going to do Greyhawk stuff because it's Wednesday. So, for those of you who don't know, hi, my name is Lee, and I'm a variety streamer, and very specific. Oh, and it's the Game of Tomes tourney. It is the tournament this month, and it's the first day of the tournament. So, the first day of the tournament, we're going to do so I'm gonna have to put the very specifically count my timing. So new window, yeah, that's the one. Okay. Greyhawk online. Then we drop it down to the wiki, and then we go to Library Greyhawk. Open up. Yay! Okay, now we just need to squish it a little more. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with the channel, we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but on Wednesdays, very specifically, we do Greyhawk. Those are for the familiar with the channel. Hi, welcome. So on Wednesdays, we do Greyhawk. So the Greyhawk wiki is, in fact, a very exciting time for us. Sorry, my arms need to stretch. Greyhawk wiki means the extra exercise is working, and I'm getting stronger in the arms. But what I was saying was Greyhawk, right? So on let's make this down. Okay. I mean 6.5 doesn't that right? Okay. Yes. On Wednesdays we update the Greyhawk wiki. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that, so the thing about the Greyhawk wiki is that it's a fan project, and it's a long-term kind of. Yeah, I forgot that I don't know if it's going to go back. I have to go and tell everyone we're live on the various Discord. Um, 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 yeah, I have to go onto the various Discords and remind everyone that I am on. What I usually do. It's work better if you put periods instead of commas. Yes, and that's one of the useful things we learned in school was how to type. Oh, that's the first tone night. Never mind. All right, so okay, so we're gonna have to. The ad break is gonna start, and I will go. I will get some more liquid for myself. I will swap out the coolant for the computer and hope that that works fairly well. We'll see how it goes, and then. We shall see. But yes, what we've been doing is let's go to. We've been going over the maybe they're dying. One of the supplements that are yes, the supplement that's the one. Um, the PDF supplement. A little bit sideways, then up it. Yeah, yeah. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, we've been going over this particular supplement and adding everything from here to the thing. All right. All right. Go stretch, everyone. Be back. Yeah, we're just gonna. Okay, hang on. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm back. Uh, apparently I did something. Oof. Hello. Yep. 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 Apparently I did something last time I filled the ice cube tray, and I guess I put the angle wrong or something, and three of the ice cubes will not come out. And they're not the stubborn ones at the end that usually have trouble. It's the three in the middle that just will not come out of the tray, and that I was gonna put more, but I only put a few cubes in because of that. Hmm. I have liquid. Hydrate or dihydrate, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you are in the northern hemisphere right now, just don't hydrate a thousand, whatever you got, all any liquid you got, just chug it. Probably not caffeine or alcohol, but anything else, even stuff with caffeine, probably better than nothing. Just chug, 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 chug. Because otherwise, and electrolytes too, because it is miserably hot, and if you have to be anywhere that's not air conditioned, yeah, I have to be at work later, and we can't do the cool the warehouse properly because it has to, the trucks have to go in and out, so they can't cool it properly, and we're all, they run all the machines, and we're stuck in there, and it just sucks. And it's miserable, but and that's later today. For now, we're gonna do Greyhawk stuff. Yay! Um, Greyhawk. So, for those of you who don't know Greyhawk, it is a D&D setting. It's one of the coolest D&D settings, and the first. People argue about exactly the first, but then sometimes they'll say that Blackmoor is the first. Blackmoor is technically in Greyhawk. Well, it's on Orth, which is the planet. So, Greyhawk, hi! Elkantar, also very good friend. Also, Greyhawk extraordinaire, and also, really cool VTuber and stuff. She has this really cool little VTube. I don't know what you call when you do VTubing. You have your little avatar. Yours is really cool. But yeah, that's I think what they're called. I don't do VTube, but she does fighting games and stuff. And he's a friend. Friend shaped. Okay, fighting games. Oh yes, we were getting very off track. Greyhawk. So we got Eva the Undying. Also welcome. Oh, also, it is Game of Tomes. It is the writing contest tournament where we count writing and stuff. And I talked to Sable and updating fictional wikis. Um, Interesting. Good to know. Yes, oh, the writing tournament. So, Game of Tomes is, so there was National Level Writing Month. And the organization that ran it, imploded. badly. Partly due to the stance on AI, but even before then, the modding in the forums was inconsistent. The municipal liaisons were being put with huge work. It was just a hot mess, and it fell apart. And Game of Tomes had been going on. This a partial group was like a fun little house role play competition, writing with lore, and we did lore together and stuff. And if you go to the website, there's more details. But it was a fun little competition. And after that imploded, a lot of people said, "Well, we still want to do writing competition, writing challenge, and push ourselves to write during 3 months out of the year, especially in November." So in the camp in April and July. So we have 2 tournaments a year, and then the big word war in November, which has zombies. Some of the as you go throughout the month, more and more of the tome nights fall to zombies, and then you're writing a living versus undead writing competition. Hi, welcome. I was just explaining our writing competition that's happening, and because we're a little more flexible on how we count things. We have decided that working on a wiki in a fictional universe counts as you can do 15 minutes a minute for editing, or if you do like drafting a whole article, you can count it by word count, whichever's higher, basically, because you always count in favor of the author. And because 90% of this, as you'll see when we start getting into it, is it's on this side. Fixing the link, it's very exciting stuff. Is fixing the links and tweaking the wording and running the layouts and double cross-referencing. Basically, it's 15 words a minute as long as we're actively working on it. So, in any case, we were going along and doing that. So I think what we were doing, let me go to here and let me check so we were in the North Province, which later became North Kingdom after the fall of Roxas, at 585, when this is the area as it was in 585. So in 585, what was going on was the Herzog of North Province, Grace Grenell, had seceded, had declared it to be independent, and Ivid was pissed about that, but it was still under dispute, and I almost said disputation, and I was like, that's not the right word, dispute, and in dispute, and then, or disputed, that's the word, but it was keep kind of going along, and, but so technically it was a province, but it had declared independence, and then, in 586, as some of you familiar with the setting will know, Roxas, which is the city that from which the Great Kingdom was run, kind of got got encased in this giant bubble a few minutes after the Overking had been declared dead, or it had been declared that he was no longer king, whether he'd been double killed because he was undead, or whether he'd been double killed, or whether something else had happened. No one knew, especially because the bubble happened, and then North Kingdom was free to just become a kingdom because there was no dispute after one of the disputing parties was just encased in a bubble and never heard from again. So, but this is North Province, and this, Ivid, I keep gesturing to the wrong side, I gotta get used to being the mirroring, but, so it was just a description of the different smaller lords we were going through. We're in the person section. So Rifter, Lay of Land. Okay, yep. What is this one? Rifter is the Phalanx. This is Roxas, and I think we haven't done whatever this is, and I think we might need to go back to that. But, we haven't actually gotten to this castle, Windarn. Yeah, we haven't gotten to this yet, so we'll have to go back to that after we finish this. There's a lot of things like, we have to do the rest of Eastfair, which is the city, and is a major city, that has a lot of internal stuff. Sorry, shouldn't be picking at that. Okay, internal stuff we haven't got to yet. So North Province, this is Eastfair, and all of the stuff in the city. Then the other cities, other locations that we were going through, but piece by piece we're going through different cities, and then we're Chokestone, Darngal, yes. Green Keep, which we had to do disambiguation for, Kingstone. Okay, we went to all of these. Now, we were going through the people, and if I recall correctly, we got to Hastern, and who's after Hastern? We definitely didn't get to Morkand, but we got to Hastern, and I think what we were still there might have been a few things we hadn't, a few details we hadn't gone over in Hastern. So let me bring up Hastern's page on the website and start the stopwatch. Because let's start the stopwatch now. After we start that, we're gonna go to toggle. Yep, that's bleeding, isn't it? All right. This, then we go Hastern because we were working on that, and Hastern, yes. Okay, so ruler, yeah, okay, Hastern, 6'7". All right, so, and then we'll go to Morkend afterward. Okay, it's 2:15. We were a little slow getting started, but all right, musical prized items. He has short sword of short sword of speed. 2 attacks per round. That's pretty good. Well, actually, he's what, a 12th level thief. So I don't know if he'd get under. And of course, we'll have to figure out a way to break down without necessarily mechanics. But true Naelix Prince. Yep. Period documentation. Let's see. State and control, increased taxes, magically forced to attend to Ivids and Roxas. Oh yes, made him the first Dark Province target for revivification. Hates Ivid with ferocity, which is almost unequaled among animus rulers. So he is, even among animus rulers, now even his old pleasures of wine, women, and song, and abusing the weak and helpless are of no value to him. His senses are dulled, his appetites unquenched by such things, chaotic and in such given to occasional outbreaks of random terrifying violence. He's learned the wisdom of maintaining captive dungeon of helpless slaves beneath his mansion, rather than taking out such rages on troops and advisors. Unusually dangerous even for animus, since his old brilliant intellect is still intact. Right. So we had Haldrum. Yes, okay. Okay, Hastern. Let's see. So we've gone to Hastern. Let's see. And that's what I was just reading from was the PDF. Trying to display both at once is a little tricksy. Okay, so personality. It doesn't specify. I might take religion out because, well, he probably worships. Let's start with personality. Bouts of rage. He keeps. Um, uh, his locked in his basement. Lashing out at who else? What does it say? Um, treasure maps, data and control. Okay, yes, that's one. Okay, wait. Advisors. His own people. I'm gonna just say his own people. Exceptionally chaotic, prone to bouts of rage. What else? Random and terrifying violence. Given to occasional outbreak. Learned the wisdom of maintaining. Yes. His old intimate is still intact. Um, um, he, um, um, let's see. His intellect. Um, 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 especially. But you can see why this is counted as editing, 15 words a minute rather than actual word count, because after being, because I kept, she's basically just going back and forth and trying to piece together animus. Let's see. Oh, and the citation. Okay, what? Magically forced. Okay, so let's try to figure out how to put the intellect is still intact. Um, um, mm, even in non-death. Okay, intellect. That's nice. Okay, so has turn. Yes. Okay. Um, sites. Source book. I'm gonna just put one citation because both of those were from the same page. Apparently, you can't. Um, needs to go separately because apparently citations don't count as just regular old footnotes. They count as separately, so you gotta do them separate. According to the Chicago, which I still don't. I still think looks really stupid, but we're trying to stick to standards, so I will be good. Beautiful. And there you go. Where's the citation? And we added everything. I'm gonna take the religion section out just because everything. Okay. Beautiful. Now we got that going. Now I'm gonna take the religion section out of here. And a minor edit. Just we're gonna get rid of that. Beautiful. There we go. Let's see. Home, I'm gonna put a pin in for now, but let's see. Possessions. So he has some magical artifacts. Let's see. Short sword of speed. He has enormous. Let's see. Numerous magical item prized by thieves. Let's see. He's a ring of protection versus defense. All right. So he has to protecting me as those, and he has another powerful. All right. So, okay. It just kind of it doesn't specify what they are. Their note here says just go take the complete thieves handbook and just pick some good ones if your characters have to fight him and steal his stuff. Which I think is fair. But we're not putting that. Let's see. It's DM advice, and we definitely don't put DM advice because we part of that, part of it is here's you should go and get the actual source books for something like Everything Dying. It matters less, but let's see. All right, yeah. So I think what we can do, but the idea is that you still really should, if you want to play properly, you still need to go out and get all the supplements. It's kind of how we keep free fair use working for in our favor as opposed to plagiarism. Let's see possessions, but here we go. Hastern. Um, um, arms himself. Has armed himself. Um, 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 armed him. Armed and armored himself. Armed and armored. Still armed and armored. Number of. Okay, number of magical, including what is it? Short sword plus. Okay. Um, ring of. Oh, okay, that's Howler. No, Hasturn has ring of protection, brace of defense, and short sword speed +3. Um, yeah, lets him make attacks more quickly. I think that's including. Hang on, am I? Yes, there we go. Let's see. So short sword of speed +3. How to explain this without using it allows him to quickly, um, more quickly, nearly twice as quickly. Um, um, and 2 attacks per round, nearly twice as quickly. I feel like that's a good analog. Um, um, and let's see, ring of protection. Any of them have specific. What's he got? Ring of protection +5. Is an exceptionally powerful. Yeah, +4 ring of protection is intense. Which both of which. Um, having to wear. Sacrifice his mobility. Yeah, he's 12th level thief, so he probably can't do armor, and he doesn't. Just has the bracers and the earring. Okay. Yeah. Um. That's roughly that. Yes. In dexterity. Yes. Um. Collect magical. You know what we're gonna do here. Um. That's also 50. No, that's 58. Um. Let's see, 58. Um. Yes, thievery. Thievery and specifically, yeah, let's see. Source book, and that's also 58. Fundaba. Okay. So he has. Okay, that's the everything. Yes, so we added that. Okay, home. I mean, Hastern. Is there anything about conveniently far away? Oh yes, one evening when he's conveniently far away. Okay. Um, yes. Locate. Oh. Um, during his thieving years. Interesting. Oh, he spent years apparently doing thief stuff. You might be able to mention that. Okay. let's see. Ferocity is almost unparalleled. Okay, yeah, he hates it a lot. Is there anything specifically about Hastern? Um, Hastern is, I'm trying to remember where Hastern is Prince of. Okay. Where is Hastern Prince of? Edgefield. Hastern. Halstern. Is it Hastern or Halstern? Please tell me it's Hastern. Okay, wait. Did I misspell his name? Hastern. Prince of House Neelix. Okay, Hastern. Okay, Hastern, Prince of. Let me go to here. Edgefield. Halstern. Hastern. Okay. Huh. It. That is interesting. Um. Hmm. Okay, that's just Halstern. Okay, did we put Hastern in here? Is Kit in the chat? We could ask. Um, okay. I think maybe what we can do with that is, let me show you something. Our PDF here. So Edgefield, because that's the, print, let's see. So Hastern, Prince Hastern of Neelix, and then it says Halstern is one of the few North Province nobles turned into an animus by Ivid, king. Okay, so he's one of the few North Province. Yes, cousin to that. Hastern. Okay. I'm gonna put a little note that Halstern in one such, but I believe it's a typo. I'm gonna put that down. We're gonna put that it was spelled as Halstern, because that's definitely the same guy. It's very clear. Okay, so let's see how to put that. I think, let's see. Alternate spelling. I'm gonna put that as a little note. Yeah, I think that's true. That Hastern is just his name. Okay, nickname. Anything else? Parents, siblings, spouses. Um, um, was married. Wife, deceased. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna say parents, might as well mention siblings, children. No. Okay, age, date of birth. We can at least put the age. Okay, let's go back down and rinse version. Okay, and then we'll put Hastern. Okay, so wait. 35 years. 35 years in. No. Oh, hi. We actually have Kitten Chen. She's okay. Hang on. Hi, welcome. Um, um, I am on the right Hastern. We did start the article last week. I have been moving. I went back and started editing. A lot of this was done last week. The problem we have is the Hellstern thing, and so let's go. Yeah, we definitely have been. We've been editing the Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and let's see. I'm gonna say we tweak the box. Yeah, we tweak the box info. Okay, and publish changes. Yes, I don't know what her name was, but she was married. I think what we can do is history works, living Greyhawk, creative origins, publishing history. I think what we can do is put it in a note. Okay. Think a little note. If the Undying. Let me do that. I think that'll get us to the right one. prince's name. No, why did it move like that? Um, this is most likely a typo. Um, I think that's a pretty solid one. And then you can put what page was that on? Oh yeah, Bersheban, Princess Beersheba, Bersheban. Let's East. Okay, Lurn. East. I wish. He's in Hastern is in Edgefield. 4,000 human rights soldiers. That's 54. Okay. Ah, yes, Beersheba, and her. Yes, I know the one. I mean, yeah. Um, uh, well, maybe then we'll take it out, here. We can do this. And then we'll take out of, I'm gonna put it as formerly. I'm gonna take this out. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Re-updated box. Yep, okay. Alright. Ivid the Undying. Oh, because I spelled Undying wrong. Okay. Undying. Wait. No, I spelled it right. Huh. Oh, I think I cased it wrong. Hang on. This is why also this is... Come on. Let's... Title. Let's try that. Liner. Yes? Let's see. Yay! Okay, it works. Okay. Yeah, toward bitterness with Overking with good reason. Overking doesn't trust him, turn into an animus. Gain land through strategic marriage. Wife and father-in-law died tragically. Province. Okay, all of that's good. Oh right, because we're going to the Edgefield section of the PDF. No, pipe down. Yeah, let's. Okay. Okay, now, Sheben, okay, so let's, her. Yes, alright, so the other thing we are doing with Edgefield was to see if he had anything, in his, yes, um, um, rules by fear. I was just wondering if there's any notes on his specifically his palace, more wealthy. Um, okay. Um, he's wealthier than most because he, um, yes, ogre battalions. He's got that. Virtually impregnable stone walls and match such bandits often carry some gold. Okay. By simply expedient paying tithes instead. So it's his tax policy that's been keeping the city rich. That's worth to know. Um, Yerkadink is the most important. All right. These two. Okay, so the two. So in enemies we can put those two. Um, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Non-first pursuit defectors. Trickle of men. All right. So also known to have many mercenaries in his. Okay. So town gates. Heraldic emblem. Oh, okay. So he has a heraldic emblem. Gold glyph. Red griffin rampant on green background. That's his heraldic emblem. He has heraldry. Residents. Striking sights of the city. House of pleasure special note. Okay. None of that. Currently being completed. His maze garden. Okay. Yes. People who thrown in the maze. Edgefield has many notable inhabitants. Preceptor of the Midnight Darkness. Yes. Okay, he has his own thing. So sometimes, so he has the hedge maze. I don't know if that counts as. I think we put the hedge maze in the city. So, I think that would be. No, we put the hedge maze in the city. I don't think his own personal palace has anything worth noting in it, and he doesn't have any land outside the city that would be. So we're taking the home section out. Yeah, we mentioned the maze in the and he does Edgefield, possessions, relationships, enemies. Okay, we do have some enemies. Um, um, don't think. Let's take this one out too. Now that we're maybe we might maybe. Oh, that's the other thing we're gonna do is. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that now, just so we can put in relationships in the enemy section, so we can actually do this. Um, two main rivalries. These two main rivalries in border disputes. We'll put those in the enemy section, and we can get those two later. Okay, history. Okay, let's see. Possessions, relationships. All right, let's go to enemies. Okay. Um, his burning hatred of Ivid, of the Overking. Um, Overking being Overking. Stern. Stern has two main um, there's two ends in burning. Two main rivalries. Let's see. Let me just mention. Prince Sirchan of Dustbridge and Countess Ashella of Rikerstone. Strydchan of Dustbridge. Prince Strydchan of Dustbridge. let's see. S-T-R-Y Chan. S-T-R-Y. Dustbridge. Is Dustbridge or Dustridge? Dustbridge and Countess. Okay. Countess. Um. Um. Ishel of Rikerstone. Hopefully she has a section. Liege woman. To Liegeman. No, it's I-E-G-E. I-E-G-E. Liegeman. Prince Montand of Dustbridge of Prince Montand of Del Iric. Montand. Our border disputes. Okay. Now, um, I don't know if Dustbridge. Make sure we spell all these correctly. If we don't have, well, Riker Stone. If Countess Eichel doesn't have her own thing, we'll put that. We'll mention her in Story Chan if he has. We'll have to check that. Boom. Delaric, I know we dent to, so. Okay. Riker Stone. We'll put that and active border disputes. Let's see. Along Edgefield's southern border. Okay, we mentioned that there. Okay. Okay, that's 54. Okay. Source book. Alright. Alright, I am fading fast, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Apparently Delaric is here, so let me just check one thing. Both city and realm. Great Kingdom, Fall of Roxas, Northern Erde, Principality of Delaric. Montant. Okay, Prince Faust Alex. Alright, so he does notable individuals. Okay. If we get to there. Okay. If Delaric is the south, he's probably the okay. Mission Morkend. So no, we have to. Let me check something. That is correct. Huh. No, it has to be back up to here. Hang on. Let me check Edgefield. Montant. Okay. Okay, 39. Adri Forest. Okay. The Princeling is Strichan. Okay. Does he have an actual section or Rikerstone? Okay, Rikerstone does have a Ishel, Countess Ishel. Okay. That's Naelix Lands. Okay, so Naelix Lands, which is just to the south of there, apparently. Fiends. Okay, so we need to go back to that section in Ishel has. Yep. So we'll have to go to the Naelix Lands for that. But I think that's pretty solid. All right, so I don't think we did the Naelix Lands if that's the case. So that's on our list of stuff that still needs to be done is the northern Naelix Lands. Okay. All right. I think I am fading fast. Let me. And I'm out of liquid. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start the ad a little bit early because pre-roll is on. Then I'm gonna get more liquid. I'm gonna swap out the coolant for better coolant. And then we are going to keep going with we'll see if we can add any allies or minions for him, and if not, we'll take the sections out. And then I think that'll be it for now. Okay, so first thing, join me in 1 minute. Let me go get all of you, go get water, meds, anything you need, and then meet back here in 1 minute. I think that would be yes. Okay. All right, water, meds, anything you need, meet back here in 1 minute. Yes. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm back. So I may or may not have lost a cold pack. I just put it down somewhere and now it's missing, so that's fun. Um, I am back. Let me. Okay. I don't know how long over that, so I'm sorry I was late. Okay, I'm back. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do a few more things, and then we're probably gonna end the stream. First thing I'm gonna do is go back to here. Let me put the PDF back up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I actually searched that. So I wish Port Bay. Okay, so doesn't say anything in. Okay, in Edgefield. I probably should mention that the troops. Okay. Edgefield rulership. Um. Among the sites in the city, less pleasant for. Okay, so visitors. Special. Hedge maze. Does it specify who's making? No. Preserve of the midnight darkness. Okay, well, he's not friend. So let's go back to Astern. Trinax Prince. He stole his lands by well, didn't steal them. He married into them. Okay, so all right, so he doesn't. I'm gonna take. So here's the thing. We're gonna take out these sections. This is what we're gonna do. Remove subsections. I'm gonna take these out, and then remove subsections. And that is a. Oh, and I'm gonna have to. Removed. I'm gonna have to take 2 minutes off from minor edit because I forgot to stop the thingy. Okay, so um uh um in his youth okay in his youth. Okay, so experience. Okay, let me check something. Morkend. Um. Um. Troll increased taxes. Okay, he has in his youth. Uh, okay, he apparently went and just like was a lot like thieving stuff in his youth. So I'm going to uh um parents, possessions, relationships. I'm gonna put this in here. Um uh um um okay, so he all right. He's one of the wealthiest princes, both because of his thieving. That's what we're gonna do. His youth spent thieving. That's on 59. Yes. Okay. So that's how we'll do it. Um. Okay. Petty theft. Uh, committing. Uh, committing various types of thievery. It's 35, so we can't have thievery. Uh, let's see. Okay. Source book. Um, yes. Yep. Okay. 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 Yes. All right. Um. Um. I think we're gonna do that. If you do, I think that's. I think that would be the same. That kind of that style of citation where you put the nice little sandwich it. That would how you would do in that case. Okay. Um. Okay. Boom. I think that's it. All right. I think that's. Okay. I think that's good. Next week we will do more. We'll move on to whoever's next in the line after Hastern is. Next after Hastern is. Let us look at the PDF. Oh, I didn't show you the completed page. Yeah, that's the completed Hastern of the notes on as well. But next after Hastern is Morkent, wizard of some class. Okay, so all right, Morkent the wizard is next week. Cheers to that. Thank you all for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. I gotta go find the frickin' ice pack. It is somewhere. Let's stop this. And minus 2 minutes out for break, that'd be 45 and a bit. But 45 times 15 is 675. If any of you were, let's see, yes, it is. Okay. If any of you were Morgan and Flandarn. Okay. Um, yes, if any of you are doing any editing while I was doing, and you want to claim that editing as part of Game of Tomes, you can. But you have to pick a house to claim, and if you haven't picked a house yet, you only get one shot per tournament, which means once you choose to put words in for a house, that house is your house for the entire tournament. So if you don't know the houses. Although if you pick a house later, you can ask to go back and say, well, I was in Lee's stream and I was doing editing, and if you ask your house leaders nicely, they can make exceptions for not putting it in during my stream. But yeah, I would highly suggest you all check out Game of Tomes. It's very cool. Bring out your words. If anyone, let's see, we have 4 viewers, so if any of you are, lurking, or anything, now is, uh, the time to, bring out your words. Um, Alright, if everyone's got their words in, who wants to claim words for that, now is the chance for us to raid. Now, I believe Sable usually comes on around this time, so we can raid Sable. I know... Okay, we got... Sable isn't. Oh, JC is taking over the main... it's Tourney launch with JC. Okay, let's go see JC. She's in the main lobby. We'll go say hi to JC. Everyone, come say hi. You've got your emotes. If you are following me, you have the little orange emotes that say raid. And if you aren't, you can follow me right now. Alright, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for nonsense and writing, and let's go. Come on, everyone. Raid time. Let's roll. Oh, and take care of yourselves. Hydrate, 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 because of the heat. Don't forget that. Boom. Okay, now.